Namaskar. A warm welcome to the World News, an Indian perspective on Akashvani. This is Gitanjali, bringing glimpses of the major developments of the day from across the globe. Over the next half an hour, we shall bring to you the latest from world of politics, economy, sports, entertainment and more. The headlines. India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh visits Rajouri and Poonch to assess the ground situation after the attacks. External Affairs Minister of India Dr. S. Jaishankar calls out on his Pakistani counterpart regarding the terrorism menace. India's Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar interacts with India's diaspora during his visit to UK. UAE to host a special event to mark the first anniversary of UAE-India Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. Saudi Arabia to issue e-visas for 7 nations, including India, a move to digitize consular services. India bags 14 medals of Asia Cup, second stage Archery World Cup tournament at Tashkent. Indian duo Akash Sangwan and Nishant Dev moved to quarterfinals at IBA's Men's World Championship at Tashkent, Uzbekistan. And in IPL, Chennai Super Kings won by 7 wickets, whereas the match between Delhi Capitals and Royal Challengers Bengaluru is underway at New Delhi. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today took stock of the security situation in the twin border districts of Rajouri and Poonch. Our Jammu correspondent reports that the visit of the Defence Minister to Rajouri comes a day after 5 elite para-commandos of Special Force of the Army were martyred during an anti-terrorist operation in the forested Kesari Hills of Kandi area of the district. Singh, accompanied by Army Chief General Manoj Pandey and Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha, reached Ace of the Shade Division headquarters in Rajouri after a brief stopover in Jammu, also interacted with the troops engaged in ongoing operation against the terrorists. 5 army personnel were killed and a major rank officer was injured during a combing Operation Trinetra in the Kandi area on Friday. However, a hold-up terrorist was killed and 1 more is believed to be injured this morning. Lieutenant General Upendra Dwivedi, GOC-in-Chief Northern Command, Corps Commander White Knight Corps and Divisional Commissioner Jammu are also accompanying Rajnath to Rajouri. After getting a brief on the operation in Kandi Forest, the Defence Minister chaired a high-level security meeting to review the overall security situation in J&K, especially in twin border districts of Rajouri and Poonch, before returning to Jammu. The External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar said that the Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO discussed multilateral cooperation among member countries to address regional and global issues of common interest. Addressing a press conference after the SCO foreign ministers meeting in Goa last evening, the External Affairs Minister said that the members also discussed the preparations for upcoming SCO summit in India. He said India has furthered its priority of moving towards a secure SCO during India's presidency. The External Affairs Minister said that it has been a meeting's endeavour to create new verticals of cooperation in SCO. On his Pakistani counterpart, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, the External Affairs Minister said as a promoter, justifier and spokesperson of the terrorism industry, his position on the menace was called out at the SCO meeting. He said Pakistan's credibility in dealing with terrorism is depleting even faster than their forex reserves. Asked whether there could be talks between India and Pakistan, the External Affairs Minister said victims of terrorism do not sit together with perpetrators to discuss terrorism. The minister said that the progress on the admission of Iran and Belarus as full member states was reviewed.
Victims of terrorism do not sit together with perpetrators of terrorism to discuss terrorism. Victims of terrorism defend themselves, counter acts of terrorism, they call it out, they delegitimize it, and that is exactly what is happening.
In today's Hotspots section, we bring you a news commentary on SCO Foreign Ministers Council meeting in Goa. In conversation with Dr. Athar Zafar, analyst on Central Asia.
India is the current chair of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO). In the run-up to the upcoming Leaders Summit, a meeting of the SCO Council of Foreign Ministers was held in Goa on the 4th and 5th of May 2023. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar hosted his counterparts from all SCO member countries, Mr. Murat Nurtulio of Kazakhstan, Mr. Shin Kang of China, Mr. Jinbek Kulubayev of Kyrgyzstan, Mr. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari of Pakistan, Mr. Sergei Lavrov of Russia, Mr. Sirojiddin Aslov of Tajikistan and Mr. Bakhtiar Saidov of Uzbekistan. The meeting was also attended by SCO Secretary General Chang Ming and Director of SCO Regional Anti-Terrorist Structure Ruslan Erkinovich Mirzaev. The SCO, which was formed in 2001, has the primary objective of fighting the three evils of terrorism, extremism and separatism. Currently, SCO consists of approximately 40% of the global population and its share of the global GDP is about 30%. Over the years, SCO has become one of the significant regional organizations active on the international stage. India joined the organization in 2005 as an observer, and in 2017 it became a full member. This is the first time that India is holding its presidency. India attaches great importance to the development of multifaceted cooperation in the SCO and to promoting peace, stability, economic development, prosperity and closer interaction among the people in SCO. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has articulated India's priorities as moving towards a secure SCO. Secure stands for security, economic development, connectivity, unity, respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity, and environmental protection. The SCO is a Eurasia-focused organization and the region is faced with multiple security and economic challenges. Drawing the attention of SCO towards these challenges, Dr. Jaishankar, addressing the foreign ministers' meeting in Goa, said that while the world was engaged in facing COVID and its consequences, the menace of terrorism continues unabated. He said there can be no justification for terrorism and it must be stopped in all its forms and manifestations, including cross-border terrorism. He reiterated that combating terrorism is one of the original mandates of SCO. Dr. Jaishankar also referred to the situation in Afghanistan and said that our efforts should be directed towards the welfare of the Afghan people. He said that providing humanitarian assistance, ensuring a truly inclusive and representative government, combating terrorism and drug trafficking, and preserving the rights of women, children and minorities are immediate priorities. India offers to share its expertise, including in the fields of startups and innovation. India had earlier proposed to create 2 new working groups on startups and innovation and on traditional medicines. Significantly, the SCO members have approved the regulations to operationalize these working groups. The Ukrainian crisis has once again highlighted the significance of resilient connectivity. The prolonged crisis has affected SCO countries, especially in the sphere of economy and transportation. It has also disrupted supply chains, leading to serious impacts on the supply of energy, food and fertilizers, and cascading effects on the region. India's economic engagement with Eurasia is hampered by a lack of direct land connectivity. India, along with other partner countries, has been making sincere and transparent efforts to improve Eurasia's connectivity with various regions, including South Asia, especially through multilateral initiatives like the International North-South Transport Corridor and by making investments in the Iranian port of Chabahar. On the sidelines of the SCO Foreign Ministers meeting, Dr. Jaishankar also held bilateral talks, including with his Russian and Chinese counterparts, to discuss India's engagement with these countries. India also organized SCO Millet Food Festival, Film Festival, Cultural Showcase at Surajkund Mela, the SCO Tourism Mart, and Conference on Shared Buddhist Heritage. The organization declared Varanasi the first SCO cultural and tourist capital for 2022-23. SCO has the potential of a catalyst for regional developments. Many countries of the world want to join the SCO. In the next SCO Heads of State Summit being hosted by India, Iran and Belarus will likely become full members. The strength of the organization is that it has grown from within the region and that there is equality among its stakeholders in the decision-making and implementation processes.
Interacting with the Indian diaspora in London, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar said India is proud of its 32 million strong worldwide diaspora and it must continue to counter baseless narratives about the country as its ambassadors. Mr. Dhankar is in the United Kingdom on a 2-day visit to attend the coronation of King Charles III. In his address, he urged the gathering to contribute to the growth of the nation and ensure that untenable, ill-premised, unfounded, baseless narratives do not strike the strides in the public domain. Mr. Dhankar said Indian democracy is functioning at an unmatched level. He spoke of the country's Amrit Kal achievements under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi making 75 years of India's independence and highlighted the government's target to become the third largest economy by the turn of the decade. Mr. Dhankar went on to speak at length about India's achievements across various sectors, including digital transformation, healthcare and vaccines, space technology, and infrastructure growth. The Vice President is accompanied by his wife, Dr. Sudesh Dhankar.
India is proud of its diaspora. They are 4 into 7 ambassadors of Bharat. 1.7 million here and 32 million all over the world. They can be complimented for exemplifying, and that exemplification is considered by every quarter, that they remain fully committed to the Karam Bhumi and also to Janam Bhumi. This wholesome balance they strike with amazing capability.
Okay. India has opened a track of access road for the dry port up to Dodhera, Chandni, Municipality 1 of Kachanpur. The access road track has been opened up to Nepali border by cutting down around 2,000 trees in Indian territory for the dry port in Dodhera, Chandni. Mayor of Dodhera, Chandni Municipality, Kishore Limbu, shared that India has opened a track of access road up to Nepal-India border from the national highway based in bordering Chakarpur market. The construction of a dry port in Dodhera, Chandni would directly connect Sudra Paschim with India for trade. In addition, it would facilitate easy access to New Delhi and industrial city of Rudrapur. A cyclonic circulation has formed and lay over the southeast Bay of Bengal and neighborhood extending up to the middle tropospheric level this morning. Under its influence, a low-pressure area is likely to form over the same region by the morning of 8th May. The India Meteorological Department said it is likely to concentrate into a depression over the southeast Bay of Bengal around 9th of this month. Thereafter, it is likely to intensify into a cyclonic storm, Mocha, while moving nearly northwards towards the central Bay of Bengal. The IMD added that the system is under constant watch and being monitored regularly. The IMD has asked for regulation of tourism and offshore activities and shipping over the Andaman and Nicobar Islands from 8th to 12th of this month. In the run-up to G20 summit in New Delhi in September this year, 125 meetings are scheduled to be held in the next 4 months. Till date, 105 meetings under various engagement groups, Sherpa tracks and ministerial meetings have been taken place ever since India assumed the G20 presidency in December 2022. Let us take a look at the upcoming events in May to June.
G20 India 2023. One Earth, one family, one future. G20 India updates. In the run-up to the G20 summit in New Delhi in September this year, 125 meetings are scheduled to be held in the next 4 months. Till date, 105 meetings under various engagement groups, Sherpa tracks and ministerial meetings have taken place ever since India assumed the G20 presidency in December 2022. Let us take a look at the upcoming events in May to June. The past week saw 2 conferences held by S20 and Y20 engagement groups. The first of them was the third Science 20 event on the theme of universal holistic health that took place at Bangaram Islands, Lakshadweep from 1st to 2nd May. Around 48 delegates participated in this event. The focus of the event was to work on improved agricultural practices, greater access to nutritious food, healthier eating habits, and more opportunity for ecologically conscious and sustainable food products. In addition, it is required to revisit historic practices and find ways to incorporate them into our contemporary life. The participating delegates underlined the need to recognize cultural diversity and integrate traditional healing practices into modern healthcare. The second was a 2-day Y2 consultation program conference organized and held at AIIMS, Uttarakhand that concluded on 5th of May. The theme of the conference was health, well-being and sports. Around 250 delegates participated in the event. The key focus was on promoting digital health infrastructure, complete well-being, physical and mental health through traditional medicine and yoga, improving access to health financing for young citizens, prevention of sustainable abuse and promotion of indigenous sports. Coming to the present month, around 10 meetings of G20 are planned for this month. Prominent among them include the 3rd Tourism Working Group meeting in Srinagar. The 3rd Development Working Group meeting under the Sherpa track is scheduled to be held in Goa from 9th to 11th May. The previous meeting of the series was held at Kumarakom, Kerala from 6th to 9th April. On the agenda were the role of G20 in accelerating progress on the SDGs, lifestyle for environment, life, digital principles and capacity building for data for development, in addition green transitions that are globally just, women-led development, and enhancing international coordination and partnerships came up for discussion. The participating nations appreciated India's efforts in creating the political momentum for helping the developing countries at a time when the world is facing multiple crises. The 3rd meeting of the Tourism Working Group in Srinagar on May 22 to 24th is highly awaited. It will be followed up by the Youth 20 consultation meeting next week. Next month, the 4th meeting of the Development Working Group series will be held in New Delhi from 6th to 9th of June. After this round, Varanasi will host the Development Ministers meeting during 11th to 13th of June. The deliberations on a host of issues related to the global welfare mark India's G20 presidency.
G20 India 2023. One Earth, one family, one future.
The UAE Ministry of Economy is hosting a special event to mark the first anniversary of UAE-India Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement CEPA during the annual investment meeting at Abu Dhabi National Exhibition Centre on May 8th. The event, called CEPA Beyond Trade, will showcase the positive impact of agreement on commercial and cultural exchange between two countries over the past 12 months. CEPA Beyond Trade will include panel discussions with industry leaders from both UAE and India who will discuss the main successes of the partnership to date and explore how the two sides are collaborating in areas such as food, fashion and arts. The event will also feature a street food festival, fashion display and live entertainment. The event is being supported by Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, ADNOC, who has partnered with Ministry of Economy to become a key sponsor of the program. The event is also being supported by AIM, the Lulu Group, the Indian People's Forum IPF, and Texmas. CEPA Beyond Trade will take place at the annual investment meeting on May 8th at 2 p.m. The program aims to showcase the success of partnership and strengthen the bonds of friendship and collaboration between UAE and India. The Government of Kerala has been announced as a gold sponsor for the upcoming annual investment meeting. This is Akashvani giving you the world news. The Liberation War Fighters Organization, Mukti Juddha Manch, has asked the government of Bangladesh to remove China from the Teesta project and complete it with its own funds as it did for the Padma Bridge. The Mukti Juddha Manch formed a human chain and brought out a protest march in Rangpur on Saturday, accusing China for pushing Bangladesh towards a death trap in the name of Teesta project, which will destroy agricultural land, river basin and environment. They also accused China of de-establishing Bangladesh by building an undeclared military base near the Teesta River. 10 Indian fishermen who were rescued from Maldivian waters have been safely brought to Visakhapatnam by Indian Coast Guard today. Ministry of Defence in a statement said that out of them, 8 belong to Vizhinjam in Kerala, while 2 are from Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu. Preliminary medical examination of all these fishermen was carried out on board the Coast Guard ship and all were found to be in a healthy state. The ministry said that these fishermen had ventured into the sea from Thengapatnam near Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu on 16th of last month. However, they both developed engine failure and they were adrift to Maldivian region without any help for 5 days. The ministry added that fishermen were rescued by MV Furious from Maldives Search and Rescue Region in coordination with Indian Coast Guard Maritime Rescue Coordination Center on 26th of April. Based on the information received at the center, Indian Coast Guard ship Vigraha was dispatched to embark these rescued fishermen from the merchant vessel transiting off Campbell Bay in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. In Japan, the emergency services said the aftershocks have rattled the country a day after a powerful 6.5 magnitude earthquake left at least 1 person dead and damaged buildings. Japan's disaster management agency said approximately 55 aftershocks, some of them strong, hit today morning. The agency warned that heavy rain could trigger landslides in affected areas. It said at least 23 people have been injured. Earlier on Friday, a 65-year-old man died when he fell from a ladder during the earthquake that hit the central Ishikawa region. Houses and a shrine were also damaged while train services were disrupted. Saudi Arabia has officially stopped using visa stickers and replaced them with e-visas in 7 countries. According to Saudi Foreign Ministry, the decision to issue e-visas with QR codes came into effect from May 2023. Countries that will benefit from this initiative include Jordan, United Arab Emirates, UAE, Egypt, India, Bangladesh, Philippines, and Indonesia. The move to introduce e-visas is aimed at digitizing the consular services by Saudi Foreign Ministry and creating a new way to issue work, residency, and visit visas in the countries mentioned above. In the United Kingdom, King Charles has been crowned as the new king in London today. Charles III has taken his oath and been crowned king in a ceremony witnessed by over 2,000 guests and dignitaries in Westminster Abbey. The Archbishop of Canterbury placed the St. Edward's crown on King's head during a ceremony at Westminster Abbey. After the king was crowned, his wife Camilla was crowned queen in a simpler ceremony. She was crowned with a Queen Mary's crown. Gun salutes were made at 13 locations across UK, including in London, Edinburgh and Hillsborough at the moment King Charles was crowned, while the bells of Westminster Abbey rang for 2 minutes. India has bagged 14 medals including 7 gold, 5 silver and 2 bronze at the Asia Cup Stage 2 World Ranking Tournament to top the event in Tashkent on Friday. India's compound archers bagged all the medals on offer to stamp their authority. They made a clean sweep in the men's and women's section to have a share of 5 gold, 2 silver and 2 bronze, and the recurve archers added 2 gold and 3 silver to propel India to top spot in the final standings with 14 medals. Union Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports Anurag Singh Thakur has congratulated weightlifter Bindyadarni Devi on clinching silver medal in 55 kg category at the Asian Weightlifting Championships. In a tweet, Mr. Thakur said that the country is proud of her achievement. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has congratulated javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra for his 88.67 meters javelin throw at Doha Diamond League. In a tweet today, Mr. Modi expressed happiness over Neeraj's first event of the year with first position. He said, with the world lead throw of 88.67 meters, Neeraj Chopra shined at the Doha Diamond League. The Prime Minister conveyed his best wishes for the endeavours ahead. In boxing, Akash Sangwan 67 kg and Nishant Dev 71 kg recorded comprehensive wins and moved into the pre-quarterfinals of their respective weight classes at the IBA Men's World Championships in Tashkent, Uzbekistan today. Akash defeated Chinese boxer Fu Mingke, while Nishant beat Korean Sangmin Lee with an identical 5-0. Now Akash Sangwan will fight 5th seed Dawlat Bigbao of Kazakhstan in the last 16, while Nishant Dev will face Palestinian Fukaha Nidal next. The Global Chess League GCL, the world's largest and first franchise-based chess league, has announced Dubai as the venue for its inaugural edition. The joint venture between FIDE, International Chess Federation, and Tech Mahindra, a part of Mahindra Group, revealed the news at a press conference in the presence of key dignitaries, including Dr. Arman Puri, Consul General of India in Dubai, Vishwanathan Anand, 5-time World Chess Champion, and Deputy President FIDE CP Gurnani, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer Tech Mahindra, Parag Shah, EVP and Head Mahindra Asilo, and Member Global Chess League Board, and Jagdish Mitra, Chairperson Global Chess League Board. In IPL cricket, in a match between Chennai Super Kings and Mumbai Indians at M.A. Chidambaram Stadium, Chennai Super Kings won by 6 wickets. Earlier, Chennai Super Kings had won the toss and opted to bowl. The second match of the day between Delhi Capitals and Royal Challengers Bangalore at Arun Jaitley Stadium is underway. RCB has given a target 181 runs to DC. Now let us take a look at the major developments around the world as reported in the foreign press. The Financial Times writes, Russia arrests 2 theatre workers on justifying terrorism charges. The Wall Street Journal reports Russia tightens grip in occupied zone as locals await Ukraine's forces. The Straits Times reports record ocean temperatures trigger concerns as El Nino looms. Le Monde reports Russian nationalist writer Zakhar Prilpin injured in car explosion. South China Morning Post writes, social phobia a problem for most young Chinese, survey finds. A quick look at the headlines once again. India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh visits Rajouri and Poonch to assess the ground situation after the attacks. External Affairs Minister of India, Dr. S. Jaishankar, calls out his Pakistani counterpart regarding terrorism menace. India's Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar interacts with Indian diaspora during his visit to United Kingdom. UAE to host a special event to mark the first anniversary of UAE-India Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. Saudi Arabia to issue e-visas for 7 nations, including India, a move to digitize consular services. India bags 14 medals at Asia Cup, second stage Archery World Cup tournament at Tashkent. Indian duo Akash Sangwan and Nishant Dev moved to quarterfinals at IBA's Men's World Championship at Tashkent, Uzbekistan. And in IPL, Chennai Super Kings won by 7 wickets, whereas the match between Delhi Capitals and Royal Challengers Bengaluru is underway at New Delhi. And now, before we end, let us listen to Mahatma Gandhi's favorite bhajan, Vaishnav Jan, by artists from the United Kingdom. And with that, we end this bulletin. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow with the next edition of World News.